crazy shit going on.
Here we are, Music Buzz Live Radio here on World Viral TV. My name is Lewis. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are lifted, as always, by Evergreen Apothecary. We've got the drama about to go down in a minute, and I feel, though, like it may have just taken a step back.
Explain.
Well, we just had a phone call from Ricky Trippy. Thank you for throwing it all back to me. We've still got Dave coming over here momentarily, but we're not going to be able to do a direct phone call. And if you were tuning in about 10 to 15 minutes ago, you heard the reason why. If not, we'll replay that later on in the program.
It's on Ustream if you really want to get down with the clown.
It's on Ustream. You can check it out. But we're going to get as much out of Dave as we can. I think what we should do is do kind of a little synopsis of the last 3 months of filming.
Yeah?
We probably should.
How did you want to do that?
Well, I want to just get Dave's opinion on what is happening and what's going to continue to happen, because we've kind of announced that this is going to be the last episode of this quote-unquote season 1 of the Motel Minute, and then we're going to take a little break.
Before you guys get busted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right
and
before.
Then,
right before.
Just
right there.
Push it to the limit. Take it to
Keep
the
saying
limit.
something.
And then we're going to...
That's Jamey Crow.
Jamey Crow's in the
In the house.
What's up?
He was here a few weeks ago.
Yep.
He's back tonight. We're going to come back, though, with season 2 of the Motel Minute in a couple of months, and we're going to kind of plot it out this time, and we won't have...
It could go anywhere.
You know, I think we're going to have a little bit more of a storyline. This season has been completely random. We're going to be doing a compilation of them all and putting them up at worldviral.tv within the next week. But for now, we've got Dave coming down, the manager of the Red Pine, for the season finale. We're going to do the Hack It or Axe It segment. We're going to have the Kannabis Kitties in the house.
Let's make sure Dave's coming down.
Yes, we're calling Dave.
I thought God was coming.
And Chris is fragile today. I just wanted to point that out. If anybody's out there watching, they're in the 3-block vicinity, come over and give Chris a hug.
Thanks for that.
My buddy Andy's within a 3-block vicinity, and he's listening.
What's
right
up, bud?
I think they've
I'll be
already
back
had
that way
sex.
here in a little bit.
Cool.
You're going to Subway?
I said I'll be back that way in a little bit.
Okay, when should we expect you?
I'm heading that way here now. I'll be back there in a little bit.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
All right, we'll see you very soon.
All right, late.
Okay, bye.
Wow.
That was Dave?
He actually sounded kind of sprightly.
Yeah, I mean, he's Dave, dude. I mean, he has a lot of responsibilities.
He does have a lot of things to do. You know?
Jamie, you like that?
I actually don't even really know what's going on.
If you're
I'm
just
still trying
tuning
to
in,
gather my
if you're just tuning in, like this is the Motel Minute segment. We also have a Hack It or Axe It, and then Jamie just finished a video that's really cool of Ray Luzier of Korn. So.
We're also
Very cool.
showing our interview with the drummer of Korn, and we're going to be doing the Pot Talk segment shortly with Chad from Evergreen Apothecary.
Tim's like, shut up. I'm the host.
Hopefully trying a bunch of the shit out.
We do a lot of sampling around here of the product. I feel like, and I was talking to Tim and Sammy up at the Levitt Pavilion Forum on Monday night,
Levitt
and
Pavilion.
everyone seems stoked.
Dude, it sounds so cool, actually, to be able to have a awesome outdoor venue, another one, a little bit more in town, but not as big as Red Rocks, because Red Rocks is always going to be legendary, but to have a nice, big enough venue to be able to have some cool acts and shows come through would be really cool.
Yeah,
so.
we'll see. I'm a little skeptical of their whole, we're going to pay local bands $1,250 on a free show.
You never know, man. You never really
I know they're a
Is
nonprofit,
it
and they've got a grant, and they've got a fund,
Yep.
a trust.
So are
We'll
they
see.
working as a promotion company?
Well, so they have Levitt Pavilions around the country, and they're building one in Denver. It's going to be the 7th
And
one.
it's a non-profit?
It's a quote-unquote nonprofit started by a guy who owns a bunch of property in Manhattan, and they basically just put on free concerts to engage the community and get them to come out and watch not only local music but touring music.
Well, and there will be some other show. From what it's been explained to me, there will be some shows that are paid too. So
Yeah, I think they're going to be doing all kinds of stuff, but their primary focus at the forum on Monday night was to engage the local music community and get them stoked to go play at this 7,500-seat amphitheater and make $1,250. It almost sounded too good to be true. Really.
Yeah, they haven't called me yet.
I'm glad that I'm not part of the logistic company. That's all.
Yeah, no
You'd
kidding.
cost a lot, actually, Jamie, and then I don't know where the hell, you know?
$1,250 for myself and a trailer.
Just the one.
Deli tray.
See, Butters, his rider's way lower than that.
Yeah. Darn it.
Maybe.
Butters.
Damn it, you guys.
Hey, listen. Don't ever
wasn't
open
even me.
Tim,
yourself up
what?
to a
Since you're
nickname.
give me the order of the things that you want me to queue up.
So the order of the things that we're going to queue up first are the Korn interview. Should we do that now or should we do that later? I know there was talk of, we're going to wham
Let's do it when
people out of
Dave's
the park.
here. I was thinking maybe Pot Talk would be good if you're
All right, let's
if you're
do
down
pot
with
talk,
that.
but first I want to keep talking about the pavilion.
Okay.
I was out at the Clear Channel offices today for the Hometown for the Holidays meeting, and I was sitting next to Virgil from Illegal Pete's, and he was up on stage, getting the barrage of questions from the community, and he was like, he seemed almost like people were coming at them a little harsh. These musicians were asking all the questions about the bathrooms and about, are we going to have the best load-in spot ever? And it's like, you're getting $1,250. Shut the fuck up.
Dude, seriously. And there's going to be a lot of people that are going to want to play there. So
Is that a serious number?
you know what? I'm not for sure. Luckily, it's getting all figured out. I know that ground is going to be breaking this summer, and I know that it's hoping to be opened up the following summer.
Yeah, 2016.
Literally at a seating venue that large, you're going to have two bigger local acts.
Well,
and you're not paying them both. You're not spending $2,500.
Well, they were saying it's going to
sell
be
that many tickets.
One band a night. One band a night.
Well, wasn't that the same thing as the Rock, the Buffalo Rock, or
Grizzly Rock?
Yeah.
Or no, the
Grizzly Rock?
Buffalo. Yeah.
Well, the Grizzly Rock went out of business after like 6 months.
Yeah,
they did.
But they tried. I mean,
they tried, man.
They had national acts and they did some stuff, but again, Colorado's seasonal, and the fans are seasonal, and you have to watch out of what kind of shows. I mean, Chris and I have gone through this, like, oh yeah, the night before Thanksgiving, you're like, dude, everybody's home, everybody's with their grandma, so they're like, we're gonna go to the show, the Gothic, right? No. Yeah.
No, because what they do is they go to the dive bar next to their parents' house in the suburbs. I've been guilty of that many times on the night before Thanksgiving.
I believe so.
Seasonal.
That sounds accurate. That sounds pretty accurate. Statistically, it's a big bar night, just in general.
It's the number one bar night of the year.
I'm not just talking about that night, but again, maybe that's a good example, is you talk about that night and you think that you're going to have a good show.
Right.
You promote the fuck out of it. You do what you need to do.
Right.
And you could be the top act, and still somehow it's that curse of we should do that.
I'm going to come out. I'll be real, since most people are kind of booked around this area, like January 2nd and 3rd fall on Friday and Saturday, I think this year, or something like that, right around the weekend.
West.
Yeah, so that's a tough one, but I think we have good stuff there. I think
nice segue. I like that.
Yeah.
Real quick before we get into Pot Talk, that'll be coming up here in just a minute, powered by Evergreen Apothecary. But we've got Dave from the Red Pine Motel coming in just a few moments. We've been waiting for 3 months for this to happen. We have gone over to the motel. We have drugged Dave out of the motel. We have dressed me up like a ghost and walked me around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
We've done all kinds of stuff. You can check it all out in the Music Buzz Live Radio archives.
Yep.
And finally, we're getting him to come in studio.
The man, the myth.
Yep.
And I feel like he's a little skeptical, but kind of stoked.
I keep feeling like maybe he's over here in Studio B already.
Is he over there? Let me go check.
All right.
Want to watch Pot Talk?
Yeah, we're going to watch Pot Talk. We'll be right back in just a minute.
You're watching World Viral, powered by Evergreen Apothecary.
Pot Talk. Pot Talk. It's where we talk about pot. Pot Talk. Talk about pot.
Welcome to Pot Talk.
Pot Talk.
Pot Talk. I'm Chad Drew, your host, of course. And tonight, I got Chris Weston with us tonight. And he's our resident grower expert, basically processing plant manager. Go ahead and describe what you do for us, man.
Harvest and production. I don't grow plants, I kill them.
Ah, so you're the actual murderer. Of
He's the Grim Reaper.
There you go, the Grim Reaper
Killing
of the green.
ladies.
Yeah. I do not have a green thumb.
Very cool. So what exactly do you do over there?
I harvest the plants for trimmers, cut them down, weigh them, give them to the trimmers, get them back, hang them up, wait for them to dry on the stem, give them back to the trimmers so they can cut it off, cure them for a couple of weeks, package them. I have a team of packagers as well, because all of our rec bud has to go out into bottles and stuff. Med bud can go out in bags, but yeah, since the first, we have to do rec packaging, so that's a whole nother aspect of it, and manifest everything to the stores. That's kind of a general.
So you got 2 assembly lines going.
Yeah.
For sure,
Yeah.
definitely. And so basically, if most people will know that the growing of the plant is actually really important, making sure the nutrients and everything. But I've always thought that the back end, after you start harvesting them, is the most important to make the quality of the bud. Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, curing is really important. We've, constantly changing it to adjust to hopefully get a better product. We used to cure stuff for 1 week. We cure it for a couple weeks now. Put it in vacuum sealed bags if it's going to sit around at all. And, as soon as the stores need it, we put it into 8th and 16th bottles and send it out.
Very cool. Now, are you part of the flushing process too, or you just do the actual cutting?
Just cutting down the plants.
And are we just using regular shears, just cutting them?
Yeah, just big.
What's the flushing
garden
process?
shears.
That's where you...
Flushing is where you actually pump the plant full of nutrients, right?
Yeah, that's definitely more of a question for a grower. But from what I understood, I think that's after all the nutrients.
After all the nutrients,
water, right?
Flushing it
Just
through.
water
Yeah.
in to make sure all those nutrients have gone through it, so you're not wasting anything too. And
It's
I
the
think you
last
probably
couple
get
of
a better
weeks.
flavor.
So it doesn't taste like Miracle Grow?
Yeah, you don't want it to taste like
Definitely
that.
know the difference.
Of a proper flush and not then. So then you work with the staff. You got a staff of what? 4, 5, 6, 7 people?
5 trimmers, 2 packagers, another person that does the same thing that I do. So there's 2 harvest and production managers and an assistant, because we're getting ready to open up a new warehouse.
Right, we are.
We should be hopefully harvesting sometime in the spring. We're waiting on licensing right now, and so we're training people to do our job, because it's going to, instead of having a partner, I'm going to be doing it all on my own at one spot, and my assistant's going to be doing it all on their own at another spot.
So real important question, of course, in the whole processing part, where does all the finger hash go?
The finger hash, right now, mostly it just stays in the glove, and it gets put out with, the stem waste.
So explain to our viewers actually what finger hash is.
It's because the trimmers have to wear gloves, I believe, by law. You're not supposed to be touching it with your bare hands, and so when you handle the plants, whether it's in the garden or in the trimming process, all the trichomes, the glands from the plants, stick to your fingers.
And it's really good for smoking, actually. Back in the day,
yeah.
before you had to have the gloves, it was really awesome.
You can still use it. I mean, I used to be a trimmer, and I used to save all my gloves and bring it home and toss it in the freezer, and then that'll flake off the gloves, and you can definitely
Does
smoke
well,
it.
actually.
Yeah.
So, and my boy Chris was actually just featured in 5280 in a huge article. How was that for you?
Interesting. It was a really good article. They followed one specific plant of strawberry diesel and all the clones that were cut off of it, and they kind of followed the whole process from clone all the way through growing and harvest into the store, and they had somebody buy some and smoke it and describe how it was, and it was really neat.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it was a great article.
And
really
he actually got to be a model. They actually got a picture of you. So how long did that modeling last?
That's some porn, right?
Yeah, he did.
About 5 minutes.
Yeah, they only busted a couple pictures of you.
Yeah.
Well, he looked very well in it. Cool. So, final question real quick, as I always finish up with, what's your favorite strain of weed and why?
Oh, that is a good question. I don't know. I would probably say Durban Poison. It's classic. It's what I've liked for a long time. if I have the choice, if it's there, that's what I'll go for. It's not crazy super sativa, but it's not going to put me to sleep. It's
got that unique flavor to it too.
Yeah.
I always love the Durban Poison.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite.
We have a good batch of it that comes through. Do you ever have a chance to like roll up some of the Durban and just like smell it because it smells so awesome?
Oh yeah, I love smelling it. Yeah, I don't get down to the store as much as I should. I'm not so much a bud smoker. I do like, the Opens and topicals. I like the topicals and tinctures and stuff like that.
Very cool.
It's more my speed, but yeah.
Very cool.
When I get flower, I prefer Durban.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, this has been Pot Talk with Chris Weston, of course. We appreciate your time. Come back and smoke with us.
Pot Talk.
Oh, are we back now?
Yeah, man.
Thanks for the warning. This is
I was
Music Buzz
trying to
Live
get everybody
Radio.
corralled.
We've been talking with Emma from Kannabis Kitties about Green Labs. Let's get that started over a little bit. Let's hear about what's going on with the Green Labs.
Well, Green Labs is basically just an event space for the cannabis community.
Can you go into that purple mic? I'm sorry.
Yeah, which one?
Or that one.
Down.
The silver one right there. Yep, that's the one.
And so it's basically just a space for community leaders and executives and business leaders and people with money to get together and talk business. So it's a really cool space, and they're having a food and wine night on Thursday. And basically what it is they have this chef who's really famous, basically through YouTube and everything, and he is infusing cannabis through wine, and I got to taste that yesterday, and it was really interesting. He was using really cheap wine and some Reggie, and he was making something taste incredible.
That's crazy.
Very
So
cool.
will you get high and drunk at the same time?
Yes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Is this going to be for sale somewhere, or is it only like private
It's an
club
every
status?
Thursday night, so.
Wow. Damn. When's Evergreen going to get a hold of some of that?
I actually was talking to Chad about it, though.
For sure.
I have a ticket for you to come.
We're talking about Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I have a
very
ticket
cool.
for you to come up Evergreen.
That'd be awesome. Very cool.
Yeah, you can buy event spaces, and there are different tiers. So you could be repping your own merchandise or whatever it is, or you could just come and mingle.
So
buy
it's
a ticket.
basically it's like a networking kind of workshop.
It
Or
is.
like a networking place.
They
where
call
people
it
can
an
come together.
incubator.
Cool. Incubator. Yeah, that's perfect.
Hey yo.
Right on.
Place to grow.
Place to
and
grow.
network.
It is.
Hell yeah.
It's very
All right.
cool.
So coming up now is our world famous Hackador Axit. Dave is coming down here in just a few minutes. He's en route. Was our latest update on him. It's hard to kind of picture that because the motel is like 50 feet away.
Oh, is Dave coming today?
He's coming
He
today.
is.
Yes,
Oh.
finally.
Came in.
No, this whole segment is coming to a head
Yeah.
tonight.
And we'll call him if we don't hear from him in a couple minutes. I'm sure he'll be
So-
fine.
Right now, we're going to queue up a couple of songs from submissions that we've gotten here to the station. We're going to play them. We're going to decide whether or not these songs are good enough for our playlist,
How are you?
appropriate enough for our playlist, and we're going to either hack them, which means they make it, or axe them, which means they're out on the street.
And you guys need to send in your MP3s.
Yes.
You guys heard the good music that was going on in the first hour, and the only way to be able to get on that rotation is to submit your MP3s. How do they do that?
That's right. You can send your song MP3 format only, please, to info@worldviral.tv.
World Viral.
Well, you guys have done this before, huh?
Our sexy beast, Chris Thomas, over there is
I feel like-
gonna cue some
I
stuff
feel
up.
like you guys are a well-oiled machine over there. You guys ready for the first song, or you want to tell them a little bit more?
I think we've gone over it. Let's do it.
All right.
It's got a little folk style going on.
It's got some good energy for a fiddle.
It's kind of like Irish drinking music that's already drunk.
Let's see where it goes.
That's good.
Dublin death metal.
Yeah.
It's a new band name.
Is that it?
You surprised me with this one, Tim.
What's up?
You surprised me with this one.
I've never heard it before,
It's
man.
caught my attention.
It just came in the email.
The drummer's good.
I'm just kind of waiting for it to take off somewhere. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
it's
it
right
needs
for
to
the
go
radio.
Oh, it goes double bass right here. It's like Dream Theater. This is like Dream Theater with a little Irish jig behind it. Is that not true?
No, that's very true.
No, that's exactly what.
Yeah.
Dropkick Murphys, little dropkick Murphys.
It's an instrumental, clearly.
It is.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I think that we should axe it. I don't think this is gonna be on the playlist.
I think we should call Dickinson from Iron Maiden to come in on lay a cameo.
Yeah, throw down some electric to it.
It was pretty intense.
Yeah.
That was good stuff, man. Nice find.
It was actually pretty good.
But it's getting hacked, huh?
It was entertaining enough.
axed.
I just don't know if it's fit for the show.
Yeah, not a bad song.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris's battery's going out.
C-L-E-A-R. I hope you hear me clear where you are. I hope you hear me, hope you hear me clearly. Everyone's hope is what we hold dearly. C-L-E-A-R.
Okay, this is funky.
Fuck is this shit?
I hadn't followed this.
Where do you find this shit?
What the fuck this is that you're white.
Because I know a little bit about this guy. I think I know who this is.
The problem is that you're white, Chris. That's why you didn't feel it right.
You weren't feeling me?
No, yeah, or me feeling you either.
Clear an obstacle of any kind, cause Dave's here, his message is clear. Because we have courage, don't mean we have no fear. It means we push through and try to overcome. With leadership, we can see the sun. Yo, we'll
It's like kind of like Will Smith rap because he doesn't say shit.
Well, the reason for that is because this is hip hop for families. It's hip hop that you're supposed to play for your kids.
Oh my
there you
god.
go.
And it features this guy named Mr. Neil, I think is his name, and then this song also has Johnny Five from the Flowbots.
Oh yeah.
Really?
All right.
Sorry, Johnny.
What's the verdict on
Yeah,
that
so
one?
what does that mean?
I kind of would axe that dude. I
Yeah.
just wasn't
Yeah,
feeling
Tim.
it.
You
Right,
were.
man.
Don't lie, dude.
Yeah.
Don't
I
lie.
felt like busting
saw
out
you.
the Carlton Dance for a second. You know what I mean? I don't know. It was.
So are we 0 for 2?
I think we're 0 for 2 so far.
What do you got, Chris?
I wasn't into it, man. I'm sorry.
You got another song for us?
I think those are unique finds. I don't know if that was
They're
what
not
you were
fine.
going
They're
for.
submissions. They got emailed to me.
Okay.
They're our
Right
Reverb
on.
Nation featured artist of the
Who's
month.
fragile now? Huh?
Yeah.
Jamie? Are you ready for the
I'm
next
not
one?
fragile. You want to come over?
Fuck
Well,
you,
you're
man.
coming at me like I dug that shit up on the internet.
He is fragile.
Coming at me.
There's like a
He was
brawling
over at my house until
atmosphere
3 in the
going on.
morning,
I know.
bitching and
Everybody's
shit.
like, let's fucking do this.
He's a crybaby. He needs you guys to hug him. Sounds like a perfect song to do so.
I
Won't
said
you
what's
hug
up to him.
me?
So smooth.
I used to cry over you. I would have died for you. I lied too many times for you. Now thank God I'm over you. It started from the beginning.
And this is local?
You'd push
You think?
That would be, yeah,
all
It's a worldwide
emotions left to dry.
World worldwide.
Yeah, what's that girl? Once she released that album, then everybody started going retro back to the real
Amy
singers,
Winehouse.
Right?
real singers
very
from
Amy
back in the
Winehouse.
60s and shit. You know, with the women's rights. That's when those female singers really started coming
Sounds
out.
kind of vintage then.
Very
Yeah,
good.
Vintage.
Very.
I mean, yeah, this song makes me wish that you could still smoke cigarettes in bars.
Or
Yeah.
in an
Right.
airplane.
Or on
Very
an
poetic today.
I don't know if
I'm
I've ever
gonna
been on an
have-
airplane since that's been allowed. Like,
You're young.
I'm 30.
Do you not recognize this dude?
It's a dude.
Yeah, you don't recognize him?
I don't.
He used to work here.
Oh yeah, this is Eve.
Yeah, this is Eve Jennings.
Singing?
Yeah.
Here. Wasn't she on the show?
She just released this record here.
She was here, dude. Eve
She
killed
was.
it upstairs.
Yeah, I've been meaning to play something off this record. There's another really good song on there too.
Let's listen to another one.
She's got a good voice to it.
She's got an amazing voice.
This one's a really good one.
No, I love this. I'm
was
gonna
good.
hack it.
I kind of feel like standing in my smoking jacket next to a fire and talking to a lady.
I kind of want to like
You sure
curl
about that,
up
Butters?
in the winter with like a good book to read and like.
I want to go on. I want to go on walks on the beach and shit, and then.
Feels
Oh, who am I
God,
kidding?
we all just
I
want
want
to
to.
do all of
I
these,
want to
like,
touch.
romantic,
I want to touch
things.
my inner female emotions with a fire and a glass of red wine.
Before we
See?
embarrass ourselves, I think we should just hack
I'm not
it.
I'm not embarrassing
Don't you
myself
wanna hear
at
more?
all.
I want to just listen to Eve all night.
Yeah, it's a really good.
It is,
It's beautiful.
Yep.
and I'm not touching my female emotions. Teaser.
You better not on that couch. I know that much. That's all.
It's already happened. This is Herman's, dude.
My jazz hands.
This is how Chris sang in the studio with Spools.
Yeah.
Donny
I
cut
believe
that
it.
shit off real quick.
So I don't know if I've told you yet, Chris. So are we? We're gonna
gonna leave
hack
that there.
All right, we're
gets
hacking
hacked.
that. Yeah, we hacked it.
Eve gets hacked. Mike gave me the story of how Chris got hired the other night.
What?
Yeah, I'd love to hear
It was
that.
The
very-
official one?
It was very flattering for Chris.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and Spools.
Oh, so
Well, say it.
It was basically how Mike booked Spools to play, gave Chris some promo materials. He hung them up in like 3 hours and brought 300 people out to a show, and so Mike gave him the job.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
I like that version of the story. That's like one of those versions that gets better every time. Like, literally, you start adding it. It was 1 hour. And then
Thank
he
God
only
you
had
joined the band,
he
right?
had 15 minutes and the place was just packed. He like got the word out to everybody. Denver was there.
I know Alan is a fan of Chris.
give us your
Those were the
your
days.
version of the story.
No, we used to blow it up. That's Jamey, the drummer, over there.
he used to blow it.
we had fun shows, man.
They always put on a good show, dude. They did. The ones that I went to, and I only unfortunately got to catch the end of it, but I was just getting to know Chris at the time, and it was always a cool crowd. Most folks were down to listen to Spools. They had a great following.
Down for the clown.
Yeah.
Down for the clown.
Almost
I
or
can't get up.
pound or whatever.
Yeah.
No, the thing about Spools that I love, Spools that I love most or that I remember most is that we were a pretty aggressive metal band. Yes, we were marketable metal and had 3 and 4 part harmonies, but the majority of the crowd, and you can ask Mike and Alan Roth about this, the reason why they loved us is, at more than half, if not 3/4 of the crowd were hot females. So
That's
for a
very
metal
true,
band
too.
to do that, that's a,
Yeah.
that's
Very
why
true,
we
too.
built that band, because I've been in a ton of metal bands. I'm sick of talking to dudes that might just want your signature or more. I love I love playing shows where it's a universal sense. There's always a universal rhythm, and metal has a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Am I getting off track here?
My
Hey, man,
take
you're-
on Spools. This is my take on Spools before I met Chris or ever heard the music. When I first moved to Denver with my band Oatie Paste, who you can catch here next Saturday on the 29th.
Plug.
Shameless.
I remember looking in the Westword and seeing Spools listed for a show. It was probably here. This was 2009.
Yeah, we were the
Yep.
house band then.
Yep.
Yeah, and I
Chris
just remember
became booking agent. We became the house band.
I remember reading
band.
like the name Spools of Dark Thread, and I was like, so this sounds to me like a metal band that's got a really good sense of humor
Yeah.
Why? Why would you say that?
because it's called Spools of Dark Thread.
It was
If we-
definitely
Do
an
you know where
interesting
that
name.
Do you know where that
I
originates from?
don't. Enlighten me.
It's a H.R. Lawrence poem from the 1800s. The bats left the belfry like spools of dark thread,
Yep.
Sewing the shadows
Okay.
together, I think.
Yep.
showing
yeah.
the
Sewing.
shadows.
That makes a
together.
lot of sense, man. I kind of always wondered about the name too. It had its catchiness to it, and it had its just offness, differentness, uniqueness in a way.
Well, that was the end of the screamo era, so you'd have these big long band names like seven,
And they all had
seven
and.
syllable. Yeah,
They all had and.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, totally.
It'll revert back to the Tools and Korns of the world.
Yeah, well, his new band is Omniism. That's only one word.
Omniism.
That's 3 syllables though.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
the
It's actually
oxymoron.
4
Maybe you
syllables.
should name your band Oxymoron.
Yeah. You got a point.
Oxymoron.
Yeah. I like Omniism.
I think you
That's
made
good
a
one.
point, though.
See, I do
You
something
did.
right
You
every
made a
time.
point.
What's the
Right.
point? What was the point again?
I'm stunned.
My
What
point
happened?
was that it was a metal band with a good sense of humor. And that was my first take. Like I said, that was before I ever met you guys, before I ever heard any of the music. I saw Spools of Dark Thread listed, and I was like, well, it's obviously a metal band because of the name. And it's called Spools of Dark Thread.
It's a great metaphor.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay,
There's lighter
I didn't know we were going to be talking about our old band.
You can go
It's
to
your show
Hancock
tonight.
Fabrics and find light yellows. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just
Spools
a
of lighter.
descriptive.
Spools of canary thread. I don't know.
Just a nice fuchsia.
Salmon
Yeah.
color. Like the tickets.
But it wasn't that. It was dark.
We just came to a halt. You want to hear some spools or something? What?
Yeah, play some
Like-
Spools.
all right.
Let's do it. Let's take
Dude.
a little break.
I thought we were hacking. Are we done with hacking?
Are we done? Do we
Oh,
have
are
I
you
don't know.
going to hack spools?
Why
Let's
don't
see
you
if
listen
you
to
guys
this?
hack it or what's the other word?
Accent.
Accent.
This is straight up from 2007. We stopped playing the song after a while, and I was thinking about it the other day. It's a good song.
Hell yeah.
Which one are you playing? some likeness
Hopefully
going
I
on.
have it.
I should have some decision-making rights here. This is what you play?
Yeah, man.
Fucking hack. Which one's the one out?
Axe.
Yeah. I already axed it off the album like 8 years ago.
It's a deep cut. You're gonna bring up Spools, and you gotta have a band meeting before that, dude.
This was back when Chris Thomas spent most of his time working out, having an 8-pack, and taking photos of his body.
No, it wasn't. Actually, the truth of the matter is... Can I get into the truth? The truth of the matter is, when we recorded this shit and we were going to send this stuff to... You turned it off?
There you go.
It's like...
Go.
No, the truth of the matter is, we were recording this. I was going through a divorce with kids and the whole thing. Chris, you were pretty fucked up at that time. Can I say that?
Where's this going? Sure, man.
Well, I mean, the truth. What'd you say?
It's like celebrity rehab.
I just
Local-
remember, you know,
local celebrity
the
rehab.
old photos of Chris Thomas that I ever saw on social media was like him shirtless, like
The heroin abs.
you know, like he just got out of the shower. Shit, you know?
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
No way.
Maybe I should go.
Whatever, man.
We're really getting deep.
I don't
tonight.
believe it.
Heroin abs.
Unfiltered and unaffected now.
Shit.
Did he just throw me under the bus and
I
walk
think-
out
I
of the
think he
room?
tried to, and then he left.
I think
Yeah.
he
He's like, you shouldn't have played that song, Chris. Now I'm gonna roll the fucking heroin abs out.
Well,
I
so
don't believe it.
you just said unfiltered and unaffected, and I was gonna say naturally it came to my head to say shout out to our boy Trevor O'Connor.
Right.
Cheers
Hell
to
yeah.
that. But speaking of that dude Anthony Paul that we had on the show a few weeks ago, and
Whoa.
every time you said something, he said shout out to my
Yep.
boys, whatever.
JC.
JC,
Yeah.
Yep.
shout out to my boy.
Shout out to JC.
He Facebook messaged Colorado Music Buzz the other day.
He did.
Yes,
Awesome.
and he was like, "Where can I find a link to the show?" So I sent him a link to his episode.
All right.
End of story.
So I haven't watched the most recent episodes of all the Ricky stuff.
Well, so we'll
What's
tell you what
going
happened.
on? Please
Ricky,
tell me.
You know Ricky, right? Were you here any time
I've
Ricky came in?
been with Ricky multiple times.
Okay, so Ricky,
Too
unbeknownst to
many.
any of us, rented a room at the motel for a week.
Right, I remember
did.
this.
Okay, and
Under Chris's
within-
name.
under Chris's name, supposedly.
Within a week.
Yeah,
We've never gotten any
allegedly.
printed confirmation of that. So he rented a room for a week at the motel because you can't rent by the night there, from what I understand. He was kicked out within 48 hours.
You can
because-
rent by the night there, for just to back up a little bit.
Yeah, I thought
That's
you
possible.
could. I thought you could, unless.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
you can. All right, I stand corrected. But either way, Ricky rented a room for a week. He got kicked out. He apparently was on drugs the whole time, according to the staff of the motel.
Right.
And then some shit just went down, and now we're trying to get Dave in to.
And now he is out of the motel, right?
Oh yeah,
He
he's
has
been, out of
been
the
moved
motel
out of
for
the
like
hotel.
5
I don't.
days or
I think that
7
the key
days.
has been returned. Am I right?
We never got clarification
sure
of that
if the
because
cl-
what
if the
happened
key is
originally
Did we
was-
ever hear about the balance?
the
I
balance.
think Chris was supposed
unpaid.
to turn the key back.
The balance is unpaid.
Yes, but did
And-
we find out what the balance is?
No.
Here he is again. I mean, we got to get him on the line. He's supposed to be here, right?
'Cause last time, what's her name? The wife hung up on us
Yes.
before.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
And
She
that's
did.
the last we've heard from her.
Okay.
She's been cool with
She's
me.
done with it.
Hey, dude. Heroin abs. What's up with that? God.
Well, he was saying that you were so fit.
You
and
cannot
that,
leave
did
a
that not
message.
help?
Bye.
Can't leave a message.
Cut that out.
Damn,
Edit
how
that
can
out.
I get my phone to say that? You cannot leave a message by.
Yeah.
Instead, I have to like playfully discourage people from leaving me a message on my voicemail.
I have the best voicemail right now.
Yeah. You,
Hello. Hey.
Yeah,
What
that-
are you doing? Right on. Yeah, this is my voicemail. Who the fuck leaves voicemails?
I fall for it every time.
Chris has got a cool voicemail.
Are we calling Dave?
We heard Chris.
Yeah.
We're trying.
Oh, his?
Yeah.
This is gay.
It's
It
funny.
needs to be swapped out.
It's so funny. It's funny.
Phone.
Makes me giggle.
I need this. I need this.
It
Listen.
tickles you right in that special spot. Hold on. Let's
Shit.
listen to Chris's voicemail to see what tickles Chad Drew
I
so
didn't say it
much.
too. I thought that it was
He's
pretty
tickled.
funny.
Yeah.
It makes me giggle. It
Mhm.
does. It's funny.
He gets tickled in the little butter's zone.
Little butter. He's like, hee. Sorry, Dad.
Hey.
You're grounded.
Hey guys.
For listening to Chris's
shit.
voicemail.
Where did this turn to me, dude? So take this away, dude.
Well, you've
Take
been
this
No, let's stay. No. Yeah,
Just
let's stay on for a minute. I heard that you said that you might resemble Butters.
I had a friend.
I remember that
Go
too.
on.
I will
Because
second
when
that.
you say either you say no at that point or you say I
it made me laugh at the
did.
time. I was like, fuck, dude. I guess it kind of does it away, but.
But you posted on Facebook.
Butters is
that's
pretty
where
innocent.
it was.
Yes,
on
I
Facebook.
posted on Facebook that I just had
Emma
a
knows
friend that
what's
said
going
that
on.
shit, and I thought that was rather funny.
Nickname. Ding.
Nah.
And like I
It's all
said,
good.
I was
I've been
talking
called
to-
worse than Butters, so Butters is cool.
That's why I call
Fuck
myself
it.
Mad Dog.
I was telling him earlier, like, at least
Nobody
your
calls
name's
me
not
that,
Tim,
though.
because when South Park came out, people would like call me and leave me messages, and they would just say Timmer, and then they would hang up. I got that numerous times.
Really?
That happened to me.
Yeah, at least I didn't get Timmy. Butters is okay. It could be worse.
You're not that
He's
innocent,
got Professor
though.
Chaos,
It doesn't.
dude. I do
Yeah.
have the. Arr. No.
Well, Butters isn't innocent. I
You're
mean,
an
he's
adult
got a lot of.
Butters.
No, remember when Butters
You
was
did
dating the
say.
girl that worked at the Hooters or the
He
Raisins.
was, right?
Raisins.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Emma's,
self-work.
Emma's got your number. You know, she saw it. She's saying she saw it on
You
Facebook.
better start pimping girls
It's
out
official.
to kiss.
Shit. Dude.
Something. Kiss something.
Make some money that way.
Yeah.
Right behind the fucking trailers at
I
school.
wish I
man.
could do a good Butters impression. We should-
Too bad nobody can. That sucks, huh?
I used to
You
sell
should be
weed.
able to.
I
of
used
all
to sell
people.
weed to those guys when they went to see you.
Yeah.
And they showed me the pilot that they eventually sent to HBO. Like, we're gonna be huge, and I was like, just buy your fucking ounce, please. Can I, I don't want to watch your fucking stupid TV show that
Right.
since you
Until
just
you
got
do.
kicked out of CU. Sure
Yeah.
enough. And then my buddy at HBO was like, you gotta watch this
Right,
pilot.
exactly.
It was the Jesus and Santa pilot.
Yep.
The original one. I was like,
Is that the one
Very
when
clever.
Butter
What
or
the fuck?
Cartman got hung up on the cross?
no, that was the
Yeah.
Comedy Central version.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The HBO version, HBO cut them off after a half season. I don't even think they went through a full season. HBO was like, we can't do this. So they cut them, and Comedy Central picked them up, which, thank God, because without South Park, Comedy Central wouldn't exist right now.
Yeah,
Right.
totally.
They carried
Totally.
that fucking channel.
Just like The Simpsons did.
Yep.
You're right. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
definitely true.
But yeah, they were total stoners. That was before they did Hannibal the Cannibal. You ever seen that one?
I always loved South Park.
That's like D movie.
D.
Always-
D
Yeah, double D.
minus.
I always flash back to meeting Trey in a strip club out in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Yeah.
That's the only time I ever ran into him. So he was having a good time, though.
He was.
He was having a good
You're like,
time,
hey,
yeah.
can I borrow some money? I'm not having
I
that
was
good of a
like,
time.
He's having a good time, dude. There's naked tits and everything around, but he's having a good time. Right on. That's fucking Trey Parker, though. Yeah.
I just saw a cloud of smoke go by Studio B, so I got that angle there real quick.
All
You
right.
can say hi if you want.
Are you guys smoking weed?
All right.
I just got a text message that says Emma is hot, dude.
Who sent you that?
She's been known to be.
My friend.
Your cousin.
Your friend.
Why?
Your
'Cause,
Funkle. Your Funkle
because
just
of the
called
live
in.
show.
Sorry.
Well, thank you, whoever.
Funkle.
You're watching,
Sorry,
obviously.
where are you from?
I'm from DC.
Oh, yeah, you don't got Frunkles out there.
What are Frunkles?
Frunkles?
Frunkles? It's like the brother of your mom that banged her and then became your grandpa or some shit. I don't know.
Frunkles. Yeah.
There's people like that out
No,
there.
thank you.
Yeah,
Frunkles.
DC
Going
came
through
up
the hole.
hard,
I
huh?
don't need any
I've been to
Frunkles.
DC. DC's rough. DC is a rough city.
Can be.
I would have always liked to have gone to DC. That's one of them I haven't been to.
Why?
I don't know.
Talking
dude.
about
It
why?
seems like it'd be kind of cool
been a
to at
while.
least just go check out.
I
just-
actually lived just outside
It's
of
funny
there for
to
a
see
while
how
when I was
many
very, very, very young.
non-English speaking people take photos in front of the White House. It is so amusing.
I'm sure that's probably 90% of the crowd.
That is.
Huh.
They're so proud of America and they don't speak English.
Yeah. So they got to take a picture with it. It's like us going out to the pyramids and being like, "Yo, pyramids,
Yeah, pretty much.
what up?"
Right.
Which
Yeah.
are the erosion on those
One
things
thing
are bad.
I didn't know that I just learned by moving here is that every state has a Capitol building, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I live in the Capitol, so I never knew.
Huh.
Yeah,
I
you never
absolutely
had a
did not
reason to
know.
visit any other capital.
Yeah.
That's right. We're higher
Right.
than others.
You
Right?
are.
Speaking of
Hell
high,
yeah.
I'd have and speaking of pyramids, I have a a segment that starts out with an Evergreen T-shirt. If you guys want to watch it,
Let's do it. Yes, and then
Wearing
let's
my
go into
Evergreen
some songs,
t-shirt.
and we'll be back hopefully with Dave.
Come on, Dave.
We're rallying for you, buddy.
Break.
We're rallying for
You're
you.
watching World Viral, powered by Evergreen Apothecary.
In a motel minute, boom, boom. Ooh, everything can change in a motel minute, boom, boom. Ooh, the crackhead seems so strange in a motel minute, boom, boom. Ooh, everything can change in a motel minute.
Chris, that guy, man, was a loose cannon. I had to tell him to go in his room so I can go down and talk to him. It was bad, Chris. The whole building here will say that, dude. Every one of these tenants will tell you, man, this guy, I mean, he was attracting attention to himself from people walking down the street. It was bad.
We're all smiling.
It was bad, Chris.
See, I don't know,
We
man.
are, but I don't know if this should be on the air.
He's
He
really
rented a room. He rented a room on your name.
he
That's why I
what
tried calling you. He rented a room here on your name.
on my name?
Yeah, and still owes us for the room.
Oh, that's not
Damn.
good.
You know, and I was like, well, fuck, man, I thought you were gonna go. I thought you were getting paid for the room. And he's like, well, I gotta go see Chris. And I'm just waiting on Chris. Last night, same thing. He leaves for 2 days, and we still didn't pay for the room. He's got the keys, both keys to the room, and he shows up and moves all his stuff in the room. I'm like, whoa, wait, dude.
Chad's
What's up,
face.
dude?
That's
I
so
mean,
Shit's
awesome.
hilarious.
It was a bad deal. Real
Wow.
bad.
Well,
So awesome.
And then he said he broke his tooth somewhere and fell down.
that's what I heard.
Yeah, I heard
Oh,
that.
no.
His
Man.
vertigo.
You know, oh my God, it was bad. It was a real bad deal. I mean, I don't know. We got into it last night. I had to tell him to leave. So, I mean, I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know. That's why I'm trying to call you, man, to see if I can figure something out. Because I didn't want to do that. I mean, but he rented the room saying you were taking care of it.
How much is it?
From he got here Friday night. He got here Friday night. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and he left last night at like 10 o'clock.
So what's his balance?
I'd have to check in the office. But it's from,
Does he still have all of his stuff in the room?
I let him get all his stuff last night. I think he just got all his stuff last night. It was about 10 o'clock, I'd say. And he said you were picking him up. And he said you paid me again when you got here to pick him up.
But he still has the keys?
No, I got the key from him. Honey, how much does
Oh, he's going to check for us right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
How much does Ricky owe?
Is that
Thursday night to
does Danielle want to talk to us? Does Danielle want to talk about it? Where's Ricky?
Hello?
Hey, Danielle.
Hey, what's going on?
It's Chris from Herman's and World Viral. We're just hanging out. Wanted to get your perspective, if you're willing to give it to us, on what's going on with Ricky.
Where's he at right now?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just hearing a bunch of different things,
you
man.
pick
In
him
the
up?
last 24 hours,
Where's
I'm just wondering if you picked him up.
I know I have not picked him up.
Weren't you supposed to?
What's that?
Did he call you I thought he called you for a ride. He was waiting for you.
I didn't hear anything about that.
Okay. All right. Hold on a second, please.
Yep.
Ooh, that's their hold button.
I think we lost her.
Yeah.
I think we lost her.
Oh. Well, I definitely.
I
love
mean,
it.
damn, shit
Wow.
is getting deep.
Interesting.
The Motel
my
Minute is turning into
God.
like the Motel Saga.
Yeah, this is becoming more of a soap opera.
World Viral.
Herman's Hideaway on the corner of Iowa and Broadway. Your favorite independent anti-corporate venue featuring Westword's best patio. Now serving award-winning food. From metal to jazz to hip-hop, Herman's Hideaway has something for everyone. And if you want to book your act at Herman's Hideaway, Email booking@hermanshideaway.com or call 303-777-2535. There's only one venue, family owned and operated for over 50 years. Holding it down in Denver. Go to hermanshideaway.com for more information and show listings.
World Viral.
Come to Denver's premier dispensary, Evergreen Apothecary, for all your medical and recreational marijuana needs.
Located just south of I-25 on Broadway, only 2 doors north of Herman's Hideaway.
Evergreen Apothecary has many quality products to choose from.
Buds, edibles, transdermal patches, drinks, lotions, and we are also a flagship store for the world-renowned Open Vape, a personal vaporizer that everyone loves.
It's what's inside that counts. We pride ourselves on the highest customer service, with knowledgeable bud tenders that match each customer with exactly what they need and want.
Come to Evergreen Apothecary on the northeast corner of Broadway in Iowa
and mention World Viral TV to receive an additional 10% off of your order.
Now serving everyone 21 years of age and older. Open 10 to 7 every day. Evergreen Apothecary, South Denver's finest medical and recreational cannabis center.
Yeah.
Butters! You're grounded!
Music Buzz Live Radio here on World Viral TV. My name is Moose. Thank you so much for joining us on the program. We've had a lot of really good conversations tonight. I think that the flow of the convo was pretty fucking sweet tonight. We usually focus more on the pre-recorded or whatever, and tonight we rolled it because we got blown off. We got fucking blown off.
We kind of did.
Kind of.
How did we get blown off?
Yeah, we got a couple calls, man. We knocked out a couple calls.
No.
Oh.
No.
I think you guys should start a law firm up if you're going to really take this Motel Minute to the next level.
A law firm, have a law department.
Yeah, bring a lawyer in as one of your 5 or 6 partners.
Like an
You need a lawyer.
Where's Will? Where's fucking Will?
No. Listen, so your lawyer goes up and was like, listen to me. I advise you to do this show. Just sign this fucking piece of paper. And you guys can brawl. You can kick whoever the fuck you want out. You can smoke crack. I mean...
Whatever happens, happens, dude.
Right?
Just go with it.
Well, I think the conversation was pretty good tonight because we all got more personal than usual. We spent a little time talking about everybody and to everybody.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think we all kind of know what's going on with everyone now.
A little bit more.
Come watch Oatie Paste here next Saturday.
I think next time we can all make out.
Yeah.
I think we're to that level.
Put it out there,
now,
Jamey.
right?
More of the
can we all make out next show?
There's there's one tiny girl. There's one tiny girl and 4 dudes, man. I think we should all.
It's gonna look like my movie.
Oh my god.
Let's talk about your movie real fast, dude.
Nice. That's a
We're
segue.
gonna be debuting the trailer on the show.
Yeah, where do I go, Jamey?
Actually, other than YouTube, you guys will have the only trailer release.
Cool.
Let's see. In a nutshell, the movie is set in 1860s. Basically, how Denver was born, how our leaders, our American leaders, are not who they are. They're not vampire slayers. They're not. It's not no bullshit. We have court testimonies. The director, Aaron Sears, is a historian buff. He has everything to the T of really the slaughter of tens of thousands of natives. And it's not a fucking, who's that actor guy?
Kevin Costner?
Brad Pitt.
Yes. It's not a Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
This isn't about the Indians. We're not trying. The only reason why we're not making stories about the Indians is because what we're filming is transcribed.
Huh.
We don't know about the natives. We're not trying to build character stories around that's making shit up.
It's actual and factual.
What it is yeah. And the massacre about Sand Creek in 1864 is brutal. I mean, it's not just a horror movie. These motherfuckers like Downing. We all drive down these streets. Downing and Evans, who has a mountain named after him. You know, they were slaughtering people. They were cutting babies out of women. It wasn't just kill them and be done. It was a revenge towards a race. And everybody talks about genocide, and none of it's good, none of it's okay. But the biggest one is right here, where we all are taught something different, and it's it's upsetting. And it needs to be told. And Silas Soule, the person who this movie's based around, he's an American hero. And they They kibosh that shit in any kind of knowledge, any kind of education. They have a little plaque down on 8th for him when he died. And the guy, like, started the Underground Railroad. He was one of the first Kansas Jayhawkers when he was 15. Breaking it, you know?
Wow.
Crazy.
It's amazing. We're taking one little part of his life and making this movie about it. So hopefully...
And this was all based out with Colorado actors and sets and everything like that.
All musicians. Musicians want to be seen very much, and they work for free. So like 98% of our actors in our movie are Colorado musicians.
Awesome. That's way cool.
Yeah.
That's not a joke. That's for real. But
that's awesome. Great homage.
It's
dude.
telling.
For sure.
It's cool.
Local cause.
I'm glad that there's some filmmakers that are bringing to light such
What's it called?
subjects.
It's called The Soul of Silas.
Here it is.
Oh, you got it on YouTube?
There it is.
Oh, it's the wrong camera.
Yeah.
Hold on. There we go. It's my first day.
I'm authorized by the Secretary of War to raise a regiment to fight the Indians for 100 days.
By the grace of God and these two revolvers, I am going to protect this land.
Cool. Very
Yeah, that sounds
good
awesome,
trailer.
man.
I think it's definitely excited me to go.
We
got to
get your resolution of whatever your little 1/8-inch connector is, because it looks and sounds.
Yeah, I mean
that's my hand. You know, my hands
See,
are all over that motherfucker.
We're guerrilla recording, man. We're in the basement of a venue. So.
No, it's touching, and literally in the last 2 weeks we've had 3 or 4 people come over, and we're far from done, but we've had 3 or 4 people come over, and when they see a couple of scenes in there, they actually cry, and not that that's a good thing, but in a way it is, because that's what we're trying to portray.
If that's the story you're telling,
what
dude,
you're trying to
it's
convey.
real.
Yeah,
I mean,
for
it's real.
Very cool.
You drive down Downing Street, you don't understand what Downing did in his life. That person, what he did, it was
Live off Downing
it was
Street.
horrible.
Very interesting.
So,
always like history movies anyway.
On a brighter note,
oh yeah, no, I'm
day.
Debbie
Now I gotta
Downer.
think about that.
Let's not bring Jamey
On a
over
way
again. He's
brighter
Debbie Downer.
Well, just as a brighter note, we're going to leave you. We'll be back next week, same time, same place, 6 o'clock here on World Viral TV. But we're going to leave you with an interview with the drummer of Korn that Chris did last week.
Jamey did it.
Jamey did it.
Well, we did it together.
Well,
You tag teamed it.
Why
Tag teamed
did
it.
you just set that
I'll
up
take
like
credit
that?
for
Why,
that.
that we did it together? Like we were skipping through,
We got that
We
recorded.
did.
We did it.
No, Ray. If I may say, Ray from Korn is. I've watched people throughout my whole life of people on the road, and he is one of the coolest dudes out in the circuit doing shit, and he's talented as fuck. It was a fun night.
Cool.
Thanks to Bob Rupp and
Yeah.
Chrissy.
Bob Rupp here, downtown Denver at the Hard Rock Cafe. We love Sabian.
There is no other. There is no other.
Sabian Cymbals. We love Sabian.
Bob Rupp? Cool.
Every show he's bringing you some swag.
Yeah. He's always super supportive, and we hang out at the NAMM shows together, and sometimes across the seat, depending on what event it is. And they're just good people, man. There's good dudes out there. It's hard to think of another company when you have such great
family like that in one particularly, you know, because I have 9 endorsements. It's hard to keep track of everything, but there's certain ones like Sabian that really stick out.
They go, why don't you just go up there and play a couple songs with them? I'm like, all right. So I show up noon. It's on YouTube actually. You can punch in my audition. It's there. Yeah, pretty funny. And I played 6 songs. They said, "Welcome to the band. We'll see you in Dublin." Wow. At that time, I was still a hired gun, so I just wanted to prove myself as a player. And 2 years into it, they're like, "We don't want you going anywhere."
I'd fly so far away, I'd fly on by to yesterday. I'd fly so high, I can't see the ground. And when I'm high enough, I'll hide in the clouds. I hope gravity won't pull me down, and I hope I never come down.
One of America's one.
Like two birds of a feather, we'll fly together, travel south for the winter like it's easy.